All right, let's get into this. We're about to dive deep into someone's personal trading journal, a raw, honest look at what it's like to try and find your way in the stock market. And this whole journey, it doesn't start with some brilliant strategy. It starts with one very simple but very nagging question.
This right here. This is the question that kicks off a years-long emotional roller coaster. Should I be buying great companies and holding on for dear life? Or should I be nimble, dancing in and out of the market swings to grab those quicker profits? It sounds simple enough, right? But for this person, well, the answer was anything but.
And you can see that internal conflict just laid bare right here. Look at this. In less than a year, we see a complete 180. 1 minute, the game plan is ride the wave, take the profit. Classic trader talk. Then boom. The next, it's a total conversion. I have to convert to an investor mind equals sit and wait. This isn't just changing tactics. This is a full-blown identity crisis playing out in real time.
And believe me, this wasn't just a one-time thing. This debate became this constant, kind of dizzying cycle of indecision. It was a real battle to figure out who they were supposed to be in this game.
Just look at this timeline. We're calling it the identity seesaw for a reason. May 2021. Yep, I'm a trader. By February 2022, nope, gotta switch to long term. A month later, in March, okay, let's do a trading overview. And then by April, it's back to, I must convert to an investor. Talk about whiplash. This constant flip-flopping just shows you how painful and confusing the whole process was. There was just no solid ground to stand on.
So as you can imagine, this internal battle doesn't just stay neatly tucked away in a journal. Oh no, it comes crashing into the real world with very, very real consequences. Because raw, primal emotion starts to hijack logic time and time again.
And this is a perfect and kind of painful example. Here's a chart of Tesla. The author notes that the stock gave them 2 whole weeks, a ton of time, to enter what could have been a great trade. But what happened? Their own words say it all. And instead, I freaked out. Fear took the wheel, and the opportunity just vanished. And this is that light bulb moment of realization. It's not about how smart you are. The market is not an IQ test. When the pressure is on, when that fear of missing out, that FOMO, or that greed kicks in, something else is driving the car. It's not your intelligence. It's what they call the fear brain, that ancient reactive part of us that couldn't care less about your charts or your strategy.
Wow, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? You can study pictures of snakes all day long. You can learn all their patterns, understand the theory of how they move, but when a real snake gets thrown at you, all that theory goes right out the window. Your body just reacts. And trading is exactly the same. Knowing the strategy is one thing, but executing it under pressure with your own money on the line, that is a completely different universe.
So all this pain and confusion leads to a huge pivot, a really critical shift in focus. The goal is no longer about conquering the market, it becomes about understanding the person in the mirror. And here's the biggest discovery of all. The hardest part wasn't finding the perfect technical indicator or solving some complex equation. The real challenge was human. It was about mastering your own temperament, your own psychology, and your own knee-jerk reactions to the market's complete and utter chaos. And, they had the textbook stuff down cold. They learned the system, the what to do, straight out of the books. You can see it here. It's a simple recipe. Find a good pattern, check for big volume, buy at that key breakout point, and always set your stop loss just in case. On paper, it's perfect. It's logical. But then they started to go deeper than just following rules. They began to see the underlying rhythm of the market. And you can see it laid out here. They realized the market is always shifting between 2 states. Balance on the left, that's when things are quiet, consolidating, kind of coiling up. And imbalance on the right, that's the explosion, the breakout, the big trend. This wasn't just following rules anymore. This was starting to feel the music.
And then this piece of wisdom from the market legend William O'Neill himself just cements this whole new mindset. Stop forcing trades. Stop trying to predict the future. Just be patient. Let the market show you its strength. Let a stock prove to you that it deserves your money. It's a total flip from chasing every little move out of fear or greed.
So in the end, this whole journey doesn't lead to some secret magic formula. It ends up somewhere much more powerful, with self-acceptance and with building a strategy that actually fits their own unique life and personality. And this is a total game changer, a huge moment of clarity. Instead of asking, what should I do, the author flips the problem on its head and asks, what am I not good at? What do I absolutely not want to do? And the answers are so clear. No to day trading.
No to staring at a wall of monitors. No to scanning hundreds of stocks every day. By figuring out what to avoid, the right path suddenly starts to light up.
I love this quote because it captures the new philosophy perfectly. Think about it. The market gives you an infinite number of ways to play. The secret isn't to try all of them. The secret is to consciously build walls, to narrow down your choices to a style that actually fits you. It's about creating your own personal sandbox where you know the rules and feel comfortable playing.
And this right here, this completely redefines what success even looks like. It's not about getting rich quick anymore. The new goal is psychological survival. It's about finding a process that's sustainable, one that, as it says here, lets you actually sleep at night. That becomes the ultimate prize.
And this is the final, beautiful transformation. The market stops being this external battlefield where you're fighting against other traders. It becomes an internal arena. It's a place for self-improvement, where the only real opponent you're trying to beat is your own impulses, your own biases, and your own fears.
So, this whole journey leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. What if we've been looking at the market all wrong? What if it isn't a battle to be won or a puzzle to be solved? What if the market's greatest gift is that it's a mirror? A mirror that reflects our own psychology back at us, with perfect, brutal honesty, giving us the incredible opportunity to finally understand who we really are.